beautiful. We'll start by not being rude and just confirm the date, which would be the 20th of the 5th, 2019, the year of our Lord. Well, it's a late calendar. Time and the place is here and now. I have some very... I've repeated it a couple of times just to make sure I get it right. And I'm still not sure I've got it right. So we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. The t-shirt has been specifically picked. Titles, the monkey prints. I claim that. I was given that. The monkey mind, the monkey prints. It's the taste. Rather fitting, isn't it? There's similarities are uncanny. I'll let you agree. We'll let the scribes drop in. Tea time cast. Some excellent information to give to you. The good Lord has only let me go and work for a prince today. I'm working, grafting, using my sweat equity to make a prince's castle better. I actually, I don't know how this has happened, but obviously at some point I was meant to go to this home habitat, and I've conducted some damp treatment works. As you know, that's what I do as a trade there. And the damp treatment works, got to be careful for data, you know, and privacy. There's a legal issue going on here in the form of contract, so he's protected. He has said I can talk about him, and he has said, Kevin, hello there. What's this? Shut up, brother. You barn pots. You pair of barn pots, Kevin and Michael. Much love to you, boys. Just got back, had a quick shower. There's no paint, is there, this time? That was a little bit embarrassing, but nothing to hide from. I've got a clean, a wash, and yeah, today, wow. This fellow, his title, I didn't believe him. He started talking to me about politics straight away, about David Cameron. And I was like, wow, no, I'm David of the Jeremita family. And he started David Cameron and Downing Street. I mentioned John Bercow. I mentioned Houses of Commons, Parliament, Lords. I was having a right old chat. And then I said to him, sir, excuse me, sir. And he said, I am not sir. It's not my title. I went, what? Do you mean it's not your title? Wow. Go on then, what's your title? And he told me his title. I was like, no way, your title is Prince. How are you Prince? I said, like Prince Charles. I'm sorry, but I wasn't going to stereotype him and go like the Prince of, you know, somewhere in the UAE or Arab continents and so forth. I just said like Prince Charles. And he went, the same, yes. Like the Queen is what he said. The same and like the Queen. I went, what? Tell me more. What have you done? If you don't mind me asking. And he went out the room and he come back and brought me a letter from the Department which is all validated, you know. I was like, okay, I know these, I know the layout. That's a Department 4 letter, yes, okay. Dear Prince, what? Dear Prince, wow, okay, you're a prince. My prince, I am here to serve you. Serving the prince all day. The good Lord, good creator, has sent me to have a chat with this man. Me and him, our minds were meant to meld. Now, he's quite elderly, very mature, you know, so he's not on my reaction level, and I had to go very slow. He didn't understand everything I put to him. I'm asking him if I can interview him tomorrow. I says, you know, getting a letter from the local arm of the government, you know, your Department 4 in your housing and your council and that, and it's labelled up Prince in a flat. Truly, you know, so we're going to talk titles now. That's a setup. Truly bestowed and honoured. Send love and peace to that Prince today that I have served, and I've done so with honour and you know, under God. We had a chat about religions, and obviously he's an Indian type, you know, non-white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant, totally the opposite end of. So we had an excellent chat. He really likes to talk, and I said I must tell my family about this. I said, I can't believe it. Oh my days, I can't believe it. I've never cleaned mould for a prince before. I said, oh my days, I can't believe it. Man's never cleaned mould for a prince before. And one too many words there for those that were watching the beats. Yes, I says, I must tell the family. I says, this is uncanny. I said, I am King David and I'm here to serve you. That's how I am. I am as king. I said, we are about to inherit the kingdom of heaven. And if we are to inherit that, then, that's my outlook. He said, you are prince too. He said, what is your civil title? I'm like, what? What do you mean, what's my civil title? Who are you? I had to look round his house like a bit. I'm like, what's happening here outside in the back? Who's out there? Is somebody checking? I went back to him. I'm like, all right then, brother. Can't tell you his real name. We'll call him Mr. X. And I says, all right, Mr. X, let's have a chat here. My civil title. I said, I haven't got a civil title, but my person has. I says, the English Oxford grammar. And somebody was on the news telling them about a referendum and what's happening in Parliament. Brexit bullshit, to be fair. Sorry, but that's just how it is. And he come back to me talking about Oxford Concise Dictionary, GCSE level, O level, such other level. I says, all right, I get that. I do language. I'm looking at different religions and faiths. And, we've gone back. So he doesn't know who I am in my spare time. So I went easy on him. And, he was telling me language, Oxford, different languages, different people. Kept mentioning David Cameron. He's got a grudge with David Cameron somewhere. I said, my title is for my person, brother. He says, I'm not your brother. I went, oh, okay. We are kind of family, but I will call you my prince. I called him my prince. And I said, language is specific to the society of which you're in. I said, we're in a brotherhood. I am private here today in a public capacity. I said, so I don't have a title other than master or maybe as king, not king. Not Lord, because there's only one Lord. I don't want to insult that, entity, consciousness, group of Elohim. I said, so I go for master. And he said, well, what's your education title? I went, my education title. I went, self-initiate. He went, you are initiating in what? And he said, the Vedas? And I was like, no, I'm working my way up to the Vedas. Hold up. I said, law under... God, man, and then the rest. And he said, so you are a prince too? I'm like, well, I don't know, am I? Can I be? Talk to me, and he wouldn't tell me much about how he became prince, how he got the title adorned to him. So, we had a little chat about masters, mastery, as kings, princes. If you are deeply spiritual, religious, Christian, Catholic, and you believe that you are going to inherit the kingdom of heaven, then you are a queen or a prince or a princess. And when you inherit the kingdom, you become inheriting the kingdom under the dome at the temples. Bear in mind, once you inherit the kingdom, maybe you become a queen and king-like status. It was excellent. That's all I can say. Really fantastic. There is lots more I want to bring to you. I want to go to your questions. But now imagine this. He's got the title of prince. He's in the public. He has no royal blood. It's a title for him in his person. So his person's adorned with prince. He doesn't understand, I don't think, I'll find out tomorrow, about the flesh and the blood under God and the persona Latin, and all of these data cells, estates, and so forth. So I'm going to ask him, I'm going to purge a bit more tomorrow, and I'll try and get a photo with him so I can prove he really exists. I'll try and do a little audio interview and upload that onto the .com. If you see on the .com, we're downloading all the audios of the relevant videos on this channel and SPOs Pro on YouTube, and then we're putting them as a backup. So if anything does happen, don't worry. We've got all the chats of Dave, Kevin, Andy, Josh, Sun and Moon, all the family, Santa, and more to come. Yes, I'll try and get that information and see what he'll reveal to me tomorrow. But his person is called Prince. Now I'm talking about the man. When I spoke to him and I realised halfway through, I went, okay then. So we have God and man. You understand? There is God and man, and then there is the legal, and then there is your person, your date of birth, my date of birth hearsay, And he's like, and he said something, wandered off and started using the phone. So he knows about civil, and he knows, say like if you was at a university and you was the head of it, you would be the dean. So your title in the educational realm is dean. If you've done a law degree and you've got, like my mum, and she did that, she got LLB with honours and things like that. So you get a degree. When you get a degree and you pass your degree and you get a master's degree or a higher degree and a degree with, and it goes up and up. Well, it doesn't go up and up, it stops, but you can go all the way to the top and get an A star, is it? Or there's a distinction, is it? Something like that. So I forget now. So my mum had that title, deans have that title, and those in the educational sector, principal. Now, principal is for credit because you are the principal and you are the surety, but not you, the instrumentation and everything like that. But then a principal has a title in a trust. You've got the principal, the vice principal, and so forth at the academies and the schools. So there comes your cognitive dissonance between the twin pillars of the K. That is principal, money, principal, title for man in trust at a school with an educational title, but also responsible is a duality in the trust. Woo! Yes, so you see what I'm saying? The titles, your civil title is not for man, it's a civilian, okay? Civilian, civil. So civil doesn't concern man, the flesh and the blood. We have, adorned our persons with fixtures and titles such as laird, go to Groupon, buy some land of a square foot in a castle for £12. I've showed you the deed of entitlement, which is a certificate for the land. The geographical the locations, coordinates are on there, and longitude and latitude, space of the place and the title. And so then your person is afforded that. We're just masters, little g under the big G, whether that be aliens or the man himself. We haven't got that far. So yes, going back tomorrow to work for a prince. I so want to get this on camera. He will amaze you. But be prepared if we do go live tomorrow, and I'm with a darker skinned brother in the family who's from India. I will get full consent, permission. He will know what he's doing if he has a chat with us. And wow, thank you for this opportunity and moment. Thank you for viewing and scribing, number 11. And yes, working for the prince. Who do we have other than Kev and Michael? We can see Jesse, all right, who is actually Clint. Howdy. Alan, John, Steve. Oh no, Cam, Alan. Bad talk in the comments, no good. What's going on? What's up? Bad talk in the comments, no bad talk in the comments. Not that I can see. What are you on about there, lad? Of conditional acceptance of people who've got what I can send. Easy, John's in the house. Queen Victoria said she would gladly give up the throne of England upon Christ's return. Came on, nice one. Got to go to my emails later. If you've emailed me about Surrey, you will be getting a reply within 2 hours. Everybody else wanting an email, they will be actioned tonight, and then I'll be on the .com. Christ's return, come on, CQV of 1666, look at that. Came on and scribes, they believed in June, the 6 months, January, February, March, April, May, June, just to show you so you don't have to, and a certain time in June 1666, so you got 1666 and the 6 months, and a certain date is when it was cast, and on that date the church of expected the return of the prodigal son. He didn't return. So what happened? Oh, well. Anybody seen JC? JC? Anybody? JC? Hello, JC. JC? That's what I like in the house of God. Is he in here? JC? Where's JC? JC? Has anybody seen JC? No. Squeaky? Seen JC? JC? No JC. Just check outside in the, it's like out in fields and that. JC? Anybody seen JC? No one's seen JC. So what they did then is they all got together. Right then, a bit like the first trust and the master trust and the subsequent trust that we brought to you from Francis and Papal and Innocent and other such ones. is they bonded us all and went, okay, so what we'll do is this, and we'll have the birth, and the birth shall be here, and the clearing bank shall be here, and what we'll do is we'll be over here, nobody will see us, the woman shall be there, here's the delivery room, we'll get this over there, we'll take the weight, get the blood, capture the soul, all of the details, weight in gold, land and claim of right, that goes over this way, up upon the point of registration, we will take that into registration, we will hold it until 7 years, the magical number 7, and then what we'll do is we'll fuck them off to sea, walk the plank, get in there, out into this cosmic sea of commercial intercourse. So yes, you could argue that yes, what was it, the comment now, I forgot, Queen Victoria would give up the throne upon Christ's return. That is what the CQV of 1666 is all about there. We have the return of Christ, I would argue, and when you know and you can speak, and like we say, the one thing that this Club of Rome has no answer for is for when man knows he is the Monkey Prince. Well, rhesus negative, rhesus positive. I hear what you're saying. Perhaps I'm rhesus negative and I'm just a prince like half of the rest of the population, you know, and then that's to be discussed later. Interesting point, and I've gone on a tangent, but that's what we do. Respect from Cam. Degree, my birth certificate. Yes, John. Not back for Pip after a serious motorcycle accident, plus got anxiety. Oh, Cam, that breaks my jam tart, that does. It's there's no emotion, doesn't matter, not with us there is, but with the system and the club of you know, them, it doesn't matter. Yeah, if you don't tick them boxes, it's like slamming the door in your face. Okay, you're right, Jesse, yeah, Nicklin even. What, conditional acceptance? All right, got that. Yeah. I would never have voted for him, Monty. All right, Michael. Easy. Jesus, son, Christ, it's hot. Jesus, son. Yeah, sorry, John. Thank you. Clint. Yeah. It's all right then. You don't really want to be doing that. I delete that comment now, or I will. Clint, Jesse. Once Kev's copied that, then get it deleted, and we'll not leave that on the main screen. Luckily my scribes aren't that way inclined, and you are trusted, you in the circle of trust with the Monkey Prince. Internet address for this please, emailing, cheers. Internet address for this please, for emailing, cheers. What email, who do you want to email and what for? Kevin, we need to set up your SPLs Pro. Mine is on david@splspro.com. We have, if you ever get locked out of the .com and there's an issue and you can't get in, on the homepage at the top left will be some little hyperlinks, and one of them is contact us. You click that, you can contact, and that will email straight to the back office, where for now myself is picking up contact@splspro.com. There's 4 to be read yesterday, close of play, whilst I was being stunned by Stargate Continuum, and then I've got 30-ish yesterday, close of play in david@splspro.com. I will go and look at the .com. I still haven't looked. G-Star's been doing updates with the file system, with the interface, with stuff, so I'm very excited to see what's been done, because I haven't seen it yet. Waiting on Santos to come back to me for when he's free. I want to have a private chat with the brother about what he did on the Leap project with Rex. I'm still so buzzing about that. I've touched base with Josh, not with Martin or anybody, but yeah, I'll give you updates on what's happening around and about. If with us, our side, obviously Martin's got his own channel. If you haven't subscribed to that, I'd go and have a look. Anybody with the link, please, can you oblige? And I just want to recap on titles then, because that's why we're here. The public have got the you know, the public liberties, the public liabilities, and so forth. The private, the man, is how you would argue who you are. This system is legal. It doesn't recognize man. We have got the instrumentation on the .com for evidence and essence of life. Your essence of life and the evidence of that will be witnessed either and or your choice by 2 or 3 good men, which is to be autographed on the back of the card. And then you've got the ratification of faith act, and that's why it's an option, because it is an act, but you have the recognition in the legal realm of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Holy Spirit. Remember the trusts, land, air and water. In the air, you've got the papal seas and the trust realm. In the air, the holy waters. The seas of commerce are obviously mixed up. They are seas, so they belong in the ocean, but they're not physically in the ocean, so they're in the airs of the lands that we're in. So my title for this man was Prince. That was a public title. It was for his person, and he recognized that he was just an everyday man under God, bottom line. When I spoke to him, man to man, mono in mono, and I said to him, so do you understand that when my date of birth, David, is hearsay? I don't have a surname, and I do not claim any public title unless it's a benefit to me. I know how to divert the public liability, and when man makes a claim, or a corporation makes a claim on man, all man's got to do is conditionally accept 100% of the time, unless you want to pay it, or unless there's been a mistake. No, unless you want to pay it and you don't want to argue it, then you conditionally accept everything. I take your claim, whatever it may be, entirely anything, financial, it could be argumentative, it could be about our kid, it could be about my travelling, it could be about the garden and the work's done, whatever, it could be a neighbour, it could be a letter with no actual physical chat, whatever it is, acknowledge whomever. Letter is letter, notice, verbal is verbal, telephone is telephone, which is still verbal but telephone. Yeah, and you say accept that. Who are you? What's your capacity? What's your title? Can you send me this in an email? And I will need documentation. Verbal is not good enough. Yeah, all right, yeah, give me your name, your department, your title, the claim, send it here. I conditionally accept. I'm willing to deal with it. Let's crack on. Phone is down. Sometime later, proof of claim will come. When I say proof of claim, the claim itself, not the proof to back up the claim that they are saying. And you would then look at that and you go, okay, so it's from here and it's dated here, it's referenced here, here is the claim, and that's who it's from, signed in the pen with the liability of that name, position, title and office. So you've conditionally accepted, you've not argued it, you've not paid it, you've not said no, and you've put the liability on the claimant because you have got a conscionable act and you're willing to consider and deal with that claim. So no matter what it is, even if it's criminal, you conditionally accept. This is not legal advice, I'm talking for myself. And then once it would be accepted, we would then ask for the subsequent proofs of the claim. Now, this is the easy part. Very, very easy, very, very simple. We'll go slow. Whomever's made the claim must have the evidence. If it's evidence of money, you'd need evidences of that. If it's evidence of naughtiness, you need evidence of that. If it's evidence of criminal damage or accidental damage, which is trying to be put on as criminal, you can get evidences of that. And if there are no evidences and there are no ways of saying, did you lend me that money? Yes. Well, this is a financial institution, not man. And you say, give me the proof that you lent me that money. Conditional acceptance, this is what it's been developed from, but all we've done is worked out, trustee, settlor, grantor, and beneficiary are the key positions you want to play in the commercial realm with the agents, which is the, ideal place. So whilst you are conditionally accepting, you then need to assess what relationship is talking to you. Now, as I've said before, land, air and water. I say it that way because LAW is law. So a bit like I self am master, ISAM, isam, I self am master, or I self law am master, Islam, ISLAM, I self law am master. I do like that. You are the master of the realm and of your title, of your person and what you want to accept. If you don't know whom you are, then the system doesn't want to tell you, the judge doesn't want to tell you, the prosecution doesn't want to tell you, the claimant at the bank or the CPS or wherever it is doesn't want to tell you. We want to tell you, but when we tell you, it gets mixed up and complicated. So we're going to go into the second stage of the SPO's foundation, course content. You've done your key competence and the documents are out there in the realm, like the sovereign affidavit it's still work in progress, like the declarations, like the evidences of the express private trust that I've put up for a download, the judicial jiu-jitsu, everything's out there until I work out what I need to do, until I get that end result and then I can catalogue it. It's still a lot of speculation because nobody's coming forward and saying, yeah, come and have a chat with me, this is what you do, blah blah blah. So the titles and the way that the liabilities are afforded are extremely interesting, and you need to be aware that you know, the Mr., the Mrs., the date of birth, the surname, how it all goes. When you're in the estate, your estate is castled in the Vatican, but also you've got the UK administrators administrating with you in the trustee position. So whilst you've conditionally accepted, I'm coming back to the point, I'm getting better, you conditionally accepted, you need to recognise what law, at level law relationship they are coming to you at. Now, if it's a summons from a magistrate, county court, high court, royal court, etc., all of the courts, it will come as a capitalised name. It will come with certain data parameters on it. It will reference the person in the Admiralty, Maritime, Ecclesiastical and Uniform Commercial Codes that deal with citizens, persons, employees and all that crap there. Now you've got a public person, you've got a private person. You see, so you've got to recognise the land, air and water. Land is man, private, trade. Flesh and blood, let's have it. You know, you are here, that's what we're doing now. The air, well, that's the ecclesiastical and the trusts and all that kind of technology and the holy seas and the seas of commerce. That's and that, right? It's got trustees, beneficiaries, settlors, and such things like that. Executives, executors, more and more, testators, I know all of that is in that. Then what have I missed out? Admiralty, Admiralty, Maritime, UCC, Commerce, Public, on the water, from the boat people, just like Venice, on the water, because they came from Phoenicia. Once they got their arse kicked in Phoenicia, which was on the edge of the sea, they went, we're going this way, then went over to Venice and they went on the water. So the boat people, the mercantile laws, the merchant traders, it's been a long time coming, but that would be Admiralty, Maritime, Commerce, Public, on the sea. But the sea, this is the problem, you see, with the seas and the papal seas and the paparazzis and the holy seas and the current seas and the paper seas, is that it's come on land. And that's not right, because we're on land. The Crown, come on, and that's where you're at. So your conditional acceptance, with that little bit of an insight there, you look at who they're asking for a person. They're asking for a trustee. And we're asking for an agent. So you got person, court, judicial, realms, admin, those associated. And this isn't always strictly true. This is just a general guide. This is what helped me and what's locked in my head. So when I come out and I don't have no papers or documents, I can just start going through the, you know, where's my minority report, but where's my bloody sentence inside the head? Where's my word that I need amongst the other thousands that are coming down like the codes of the matrix? So I hope that helps. Conditional acceptance is excellent. It's very, 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 very good. Saying no is willfully withholding, obstructing, saying no, perverting the court. All so many things will be put at you, even if it's just finance and not a civil or a criminal allegation, charge, offence, investigation. So yes, we do like the fact that the conscience is clear. I cannot be sure with a clear conscience. Instead of I don't know, or it wasn't me, I cannot be sure with a clear conscience. 8 words, 8 powerful words. I would like to deal with these matters and claims at hand. I conditionally accept, but man cannot be sure with a clear conscience. Remember, clean hands, keeping in honour, conscience. If it was me on that day, I require the proofs. If there are no proofs, then there shall be subsequently no claim. But as we are all here today, there's going to be some damages and some fines and some fees coming from me to you, because it appears none of this has got anything to do with me. I haven't authorised the name to be using commerce here today. I certainly, you know, and that's how you'd roll it. So each at the different levels, I do hope that works. It's still locked in with titles. Your title as person, your title as trustee, settlor, grantor, beneficiary, your title as person, all of them. Agent. We are agents. We are agents in a private capacity. We are O. Just O's. Sovereign, self-governing private agents. And, you know, that's where the key is there. This Prince man, formerly known as Mr. X, Purple Rain tomorrow. Let's hope that we can get you some Purple Rain. You know, for the older ones, I'm trying some tedious links here. I can't think of any of the Prince classics other than that. Shame on me. And yes, it was the honour was all mine. Um, fantastic. So it goes to, I come back, showed Anne-Marie the evidence, went, see, I'm not mad. I've been in a council habitat, home, property? I don't think so. And this man is so beautiful. I said, you know, he's quite old. He's very delicate. He's got a lot going off here. He's on his own. I'm obliged to look after, keep the safety, and humour the man, you know, as you do when you get council workers in, or subcontractors, private tradesmen, etc. And he really did make my heart smile. He really has. Given me something in many ways to bring back, like we was on about with automobile, conveyance, vehicle, car, iron horse, houses, such things in the public that can be taken into the private. But if you do it and you put them in the private, then they are considered to be linked in via contract of language. Now, what we was talking about on Friday's chat, Kevin and I, thank you, Kevin, it was so fun. It was so good. Scribes that was in the room on Friday night, we do this one. Kudos. Thank you. That was fast and furious. I've got so many comments to catch up with. But what I didn't say on Friday night was that public and private is gone. I've lost it. There's something extra to say and I've waffled and lost it. But it was a good chat and we did have fun. Public and private, I didn't say on Friday night, was. No, I'm afraid it's gone. But it will come back to me. I'll let you know. Let's go for the comments and then I'll get off and look at emails and the .com. We're busy again, look. Kev, are you talking to me, pal? Say hello to my little friend. Someone delete that comment for the email. Blue Spanner, Blue Man Group, can we delete? Kev got the email. You can delete it, Kev, if you wouldn't mind. And it's gone for the future. All right, next time, Kev, we're going to get your email online. I'll have a word with G-Star. Tomorrow we'll go for it. There's been so much. It is only just a 10-minute job, and we'll sort it out. I would like Kev to be doing that if he can then. All right, thank you. Hello to Stephanie, dropped in a bit later on. Michael's expecting a call from brother Kev, I do believe, later. I hope you're not waiting long after that comment, and I can't wait to see Kev's little Pongo talk. Tommy Robinson, easy, nice one. To comment on the phone as well, can't hear. You on a smart TV? Oh yes, that's right. They're a bit depends what firmware they're upgraded with and how old the TV is and how many updates YouTube has had. I know about that pain. All right. Oh, I've got the internet TV to show you as well. Grammar dictionary. Let's go. Bad memory. Someone could please write as me. Can't remember my email. Nice one, Kev. You missed a comment from Barnes there. I remember what my comment was from Friday that I didn't say. Let's hold on to that thought. That's not good. I like no, William. Or Angela, as my dyslexic brain tried to tell me. Try to leave and make a cigarette. I don't know, John. You're going to have to find that out yourself, lad. We got to work on this and sort this out. We can only do what we can. We can't compel them to do everything, but we can only compel them to do so much. We don't make the law. We can only abide by it and make them abide by it, you know. Diddly from Alex. Hello there, good evening. Paul. May claim a title name as fact, not tacitly accept a fiction. I punctuate my name with a full colon, but it created a prepositional, there's no pro there, prepositional phrase to impress a fact. Nice one, Paul. Bosh. Semicolons. A full colon. Ah, not a semi. I read a semi there. Look, I had to read back. What is that? A full colon. Gotcha. Sorry, whereabouts, roughly. Ah, yeah, that's the other thing as well, yeah. Guildford area. Yes, I. Nice one. All right, Kev, thank you. Came on, brilliant. How far away? Is this a private session or what? What do you think, Cam? Help is needed. I am fingers, one love. From Staines, massive. Careful now, Kev. Get a bit close there, lad. Hydrogen capol, lad. You forgot. No, I didn't. I told Jace in Devon, give me a minute. Send me some kind of message on my phone, and I will message Jason afterwards. Let me make a note of that for you now. Somewhere like this, what we do, we'll make a note. Jason. Cap. Look at that. Proper note. Alright, Andy, I'll remember that when I get back to the laptop in a minute. It's done. I'll nudge him again. Thank you, Kevin and Cayman. Love, man. That's it. Got it. Yeah. Get paid what, John? Paid what? We don't get payment. Our words are our bond. And we remuneration. There's no such payment anywhere. There can be no payment if we're all in bankruptcy. We covered this the other night, and the other night, and the year before that, and the year before that. But I know I'm not having a go at you, John. Just play it. So what we didn't cover on Friday was the public and the private cars, automobiles, conveyances, public and private. You have a public house, you have a private house. I can't think now what my angle was going to be to reference a recap on Friday. I don't know. It's going to come back to me another time. It was something to do with the cars and automobiles and names and things that we was using. And yes, you can have public, private, like this name, title, things like that. But titles, are not for us. Our, title is in another way. Grantor, UK, settlor, America, beneficiary. Sometimes a person will be the beneficiary. That's not a set given. Your titles, like an actor claims a title as the title of the screen name, and look at the ends of films where you see the end name always capitalized. The first name, given name, your given name. Well, is it a name? No, it's a calling. What are you called? I am called, many things in many continents, many parts of the country. So I'm called by my calling. So I don't, you see again, the language, simple. What is your name? Spell me your name at school. David. Well done. Or if when you're little, you say de at the it de. You get to out of your juvenile school into primary school, you got to start using capitalized letters and a capitalization, and that is your name, and you go de at the it de. You get a slap or told off, and you say it properly. You've made a mistake. That's not your name. Spell it correctly. David. Well done. That's your name, and you've spelt it. No, it's a calling. It's an actual calling. It's not a name. Objects have names. If you look at it in that language again and you go deep into it, as we did the other night, objects. Well, are you an object? Are you a subject? And that's where it goes into the next realms again. So princes and paupers should have been the title of this video. I'm going to go back and see Prince Mr. X tomorrow, and or Prince X. He can't be Prince Mr. Can he? Prince X tomorrow. I'll see if we can get him on the camera and have a chat. We will go more with the private and public, how you can have fun with this system. I got the land from what did I say it was? Groupon or something like that for £12 because I wanted to decorate my person with a decorative title. So Laird in Scotland for landowner, and coming this way into the commercial realm, when you introduce that into different documents, it's quite funny. This man was on about civil titles. Okay, so you must confirm your civil title is for your civilian, and if you classify yourself as a civilian, which is quite doubtful, but some will, that's your civil title. And civilian person, employee, employer, trustee, protector, grantor, settlor. You know, these words now you've been shown a way on how to recognise other than person, trustee, beneficiary. So, you know, it's for you to recognise a civilian and a person. Citizenship, citizen, civilian. So civil law is for civilians, and so civis. We're in with civis. You know, when you're coming out the army, you go into your civis. That's what the army folk do. Go into, or the Met Office and so forth. They get out of their uniform and they get into their civis, their civilian clothing. But yeah, citizen, civil. We are civil to one another, but that's not civil really. That's called being respectful. That is my rights end where yours begin. You know, it doesn't matter what title you may or may not have. We all get treated the same, whether it would be the prince that I had the privilege of cleaning. So wow, was shocked at the state of it. When I say damp, I mean rotten, rotten and black and rotten, and 50 to 70 square meters of it. Now that's a print in a council house in this landmass with mold. Yeah, so just get your heads around that. It's not that there's a real blood lineage print, actually. It's to do with educational, and as I've explained, with your education, doctor, a master, LLB, with ons, with honours, titles for different areas. It's not just one, and one isn't public and one isn't private. You know, kings, lords, princes, princesses, the juniors, Donald Trump Jr., you know, and all these things. So claimed his name and just put advantages, disadvantages for. And masters are what we are before the age of legal age. So we'll say, you know, I'll let you get that. That's about time you got your cogs turning. And after you come legal age and you'll be below legal age and you come into legal age, you take the civilian public title of Mr. So interesting, very, very interesting. You don't have to take that title. You get tricked into it, to be fair. So yes, master or prince. If you're going to inherit the kingdom of God and you are in there and you understand it like we do, then you can become as king in the kingdom of heaven, kingdom of God. I'm not getting too religious here. It's more of a spiritual thing. You have to do your history and check the charts for the references on that. I still spell little, get funny a little bit here. What are the names anyway? So yeah, labels, pigeonholes, callings. You know, you change your name, noun. Go on, John. Yes, I love you, scribes. Oh, gosh, money. Love to you, Andy. No problem. I got that. I'll go back on. So came on, emails, looking, come down to the stains massive. I need to make a video only because of the programming from that man with the yellow cap and the glasses and the, you know, Julie, Kev, Scribes, David, and yes, some photos in the massives of. So yes, we'll look at that this next few weeks. I want to come down. I'm down actually. On Wednesday, but I'm not actually got any free time. I'm coming to is it Uxbridge or something like that, so I'll be down Tuesday. I'm landing 100 miles of Birmingham to do an agent overseeing kind of chaperone. You know, I've been asked to go and oversee something, so I've accepted and said yes. I'm going down Tuesday after trade, and then I'll be returning Wednesday after my duties are done and all is well. So yeah, I'll be down that way. I'm going to try and break out, have a look about, pardon me. So I said, ciao for now. I have worked in trade for a prince. Come on. And yeah, it's just blown me away. The humbleness and the knowledge, doctors, degrees, the education level that he's got, the language level, the humbleness. Obviously, he doesn't think he's royalty, but he hasn't told me how he got the name, the title Prince off the Commonwealth government. You know, House of Commons, John Bercow, I'm going to mention and see if he's familiar with these names. Black Rod, I'm going to see how political he goes and to, you know, see what he can give me. And with regards to him himself. I'll protect all his private data as all, as always with everything I bring to you, and I give thanks to him. An absolute smashing day. I'm going to see him tomorrow. My prince in their council house full of mould, and we'll bring you more tomorrow. I'll let you know. Maybe we'll go live. I might get an interview with him, and we'll have the monkey prince with the real prince. So thank you, much love. I'm going to check out the .com emails, and I'll give you the news as and when I've got it. All right. Is this beneficial, this stream today, or you've been smoking weed, David? Oh, assumptions and presumptions. Look into my eye. Is that red? Is that bloodshot? Man's been up since what time? 7:30 a.m. Yeah, in trade. So you're an ex Facebook friend, are you, or is it somebody else? And let's have a look at Cam True's channel afterwards then. So negative vibes. All right there, Cam, you've shown yourself up. Do you really think that I have a duty or an obligation to you or anyone? No, I don't. No, Cam. Beneficial? Well, you decide if it's beneficial. You're passively learning. You're here. Why are you here watching the monkey on the tube then? If it's not beneficial, ciao. See you. Have a nice life. Clear conscience, in honour, peace and love. Live long and prosper as the... come on, I can do it. No, I can't. Live long and prosper. Peace be with you, my brother. I don't really care for your thoughts, your energy. I have no duties and obligations to you other than as man under the 10 commandments. So I will say ciao for now. And I would like to look at your channel, see what videos you haven't got, see what you haven't put out there, see that you just come out and try to get man down. But this is what we do. We kill you with the love. Much like the Club of Rome. We don't want no death. We don't want no hurt. We're going to send them packing. We're going to send them packing like no other man has, with honour, integrity. All right, so Funk Stars just dropped in. Emails are coming, Funky. I'm doing it all tonight. Yes, I know we don't ban them. They're just trolls and shills, and they just show themselves up. So got yourselves over to Cam True's channel. See what they haven't got, what substance they are. You'll find out who they are pretty easy. And... let's give love and peace to them, one and all. We don't want to hurt anybody. We are a peaceful, loving, sentient, intelligent family. Trust, and what we're doing, I think we're getting helped with here. We're on the right path. We've got the right technology. We've got the right language. Got the right instruments. Man's getting pissed off because we're giving stuff away, like, oh, £50 for a sovereign such and such and this, or however much it is. Have it, take it. In a monetary system, money is relevant, but not that much. Opening up a group called whatever and saying we want to take 50% of whatever, when really there's a system there where you get your fee schedule paid. You don't need to take off your fellow man. We need to help each other and lend and borrow and these kind of things. Payment, money, no other chance. No payment, no money. We're bankrupt. There can't be no money. Don't try and trick us. We are here for you and you are there for us. And the ones like Cam, we say goodbye to them. Have a nice life. Over the rest of you, 27, thank you. Ciao, Bello. Remember your titles, your statuses, what we've said, how to recognise the relationships, the benefits, the pros, the cons, and we will be back very, very soon with more in substance and form. I'm currently going through documents and polishing bits and bobs off that are half finished, put out there on the .com. So yes, we've got lots more to come, and enjoy looking. If you haven't already and you're on the .com, please go to SPL's resource library and take a look at the original copy. There's 2 copies of the Express Private Trust for you to study up there, 11 pages of it, I might add. And you can look at the original one. It was taken from somewhere in America. Obviously, we've been with brother Ansar and had time with him. We've got the UK equivalent, all the language, all the positions. We just put that out there for the stateside to look. I believe it was from somewhere like Alaska, Express Private Trust. And that's what I want to bring to you. We've got a lot of heavyweight documents floating around at the minute. I'm going to tell them you all, and publications to come from you to us. I've got to make some new forums for others that are wanting to get parted in the forums and take part in the forward movement, the consciousness. Not so much sovereign. We still say sovereign. There's nothing wrong with sovereign, but private and self-governing is where the monies are there. So thank you all, much love. Books have titles. Yes, came on. Yes, they do. Subjects. A book is an item. Yes, they do have titles. They have names. It's called a book, and the name of the book has a title. Yes, Cam's realised we've caught him out, or her out, or whoever it is, you know, agent. If it has a title, it is a trust. Nice one. Nice one. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. Much loves, and we'll see you soon.